Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to make Mexican sopes. Sopes is a little tortilla that we make, and then we make a little crevices on the edges, and then we fill it up with beans and meat and lettuce and cheese and salsa. So let's get started, and once again thank you for coming to my channel. So the first thing that we're gonna do, we're cooking some pinto beans, and we're gonna make refried beans for our sopes. We're gonna use Mexican cheese, which is queso fresco, which that's the queso fresco, or you could use shredded cheese, whatever cheese you want to use. If you don't want to use the Mexican cheese, it's okay. And I have green salsa for the top of our sopes. And then I cut a quarter of my iceberg lettuce to put in our sopes. So that's what we're gonna use. So to make our masa, to make our sopes, I'm gonna use maseca, which is, it's corn flour that they sell at the store, and it's called maseca, or you could just buy the corn flour. And this is what I'm gonna use. So we're gonna use 2 cups of maseca. So we're gonna put them here, and we're gonna mix it to make our little sopes. So sopes is like a tortilla, but it's a little bit thicker than a tortilla. And so see, 2 cups. And then for our sopes to not break so easily, we're putting 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. So we're adding flour to our sopes, just a little bit. And now we're gonna mix it around. I wash my hands, so yeah. We're gonna mix it around, and now to give it flavor to our masa, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt. And then I'm gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. So now we're gonna mix that around to make sure that it mixes around with the dry ingredients. So here we go, we're mixing it all around. And we're just gonna make a little bit of sopes. I think I'm gonna make at least 6 or 8. I don't think we're gonna make more than that, because it's just 3 of us eating. We don't need more than that. So now I have 2 cups of water. So I'm gonna start mixing the water into the masa until we get it to the right texture. So we're gonna add about 1/2 cup of water, and we're gonna start mixing it around. As you can see, it's still dry. We still have powder masa, so we're gonna add another 1/2 cup of water. So we have 2 cups of water, so now we're gonna add, so now we added 1 full cup of water. So we're gonna move it around. And you can see the masa, it looks like it still needs, it's still gonna need a little bit more water. So see, you could tell when you still have flour masa, loose masa on the bottom, that means that you need more water. So we have added already 1 cup of water. Now we're gonna add another 1/2 cup of water. So we just added 1/2 cup of water. So in total we have added 1.5 cups of water. So now we're gonna mix the masa. So the texture's getting better. That's what you want. You want it to stick all together. And I've been craving sopes for a while. Some people eat them just with beans, and they just put the beans, the cheese, the lettuce, and the salsa, and a piece of tomato on top. And they add a slice of avocado. But I'm gonna make it with cheese, salsa, and lettuce. And then I cook some ground beef. So I'm gonna put it on my sope, and mine are gonna have meat. So it looks like this is enough water. So in total water, we have 2 cups. So we have 1/2 cup left. So we only put 1.5 cups of water to our sope. So that's enough water that we needed for the 2 cups and 1/4 of masa that we use. So now we're gonna move it around, give it a little bit of play with the dough, get it ready for us to start making our sopes. So see. So I have a tortilla press. You could use a tortilla press, or you could use a plate or a cup. And I'm gonna show you how we do our sopes. So we get a little round ball like this, and then we flatten it. Like this, and then we're gonna squeeze it. So let me get my tortilla press. So see, we start moving around our dough into a little ball. Then we put it in the middle, and then we press it slowly. We don't want to press all the way down because it's gonna make it really flat like a tortilla. So we don't want that because we're not making a tortilla. We're making like a little, like we want it to be a little bit thicker than a regular size tortilla. It can't be too thin because we're gonna make a little, in the middle we're gonna lift all the edges so we could put food in the middle and fill it up. So see, we already made 3 sopes, and now we're gonna make our 4th one. So yeah, I think we're gonna end up making like 6 of them with this dough. If we have enough, we might make 7, but so see, I'm not pressing really hard. I'm just, see, this is the 4th one. It looks like we're gonna end up making 6 only. So this one's gonna be a little bit bigger. So see, we're gonna make it round, put it in the tortilla presser, and now squeeze down slowly, just slowly. You don't want to over squeeze. I think I probably over squeezed. Oh no, there it is. So see, it's our little, we're gonna make our sope, fill them up with some food in them. So here's our last one. So yeah, it's just gonna be 3 of us eating. We don't need more than 6 sopes. So that's perfect. So with the amount of masa and flour that we put, it makes enough for 6 sopes. If you wanna make 12 sopes, you just double the recipe. So see, there we go. We ended up making 6 sopes with that much masa. So now, while we were making our sopes, while we were doing this, I put my tortilla warmer to warm up. So now we're gonna go over here to the stove, and now we have a towel where we're gonna be putting our sopes that we just made. So we're gonna put it to cook. I'll put the second one. I think it does fit. So while we're making our sopes, we're cooking our beans. I put our beans to cook, and then I made ground beef with potatoes and carrots to put on the sopes. So this is my ground beef with vegetables that I made, and it has onions, tomato, carrots, and potatoes. So that's what I made to put on top of my sopes. But you could just put beans on them. You could just put cheese, or you can make shredded chicken. It's up to you. So we're gonna let them cook for about 2 minutes on each side. So right now it's too soon for me to try to flip it over. So now that they're almost done, I'm gonna take it out. This one's ready. So see, it's already getting brown from the middle. So I'm gonna take it out and let it sit here, and I'm gonna let it sit on this kitchen towel that it's clean. I'm gonna let it sit to cool off for about a minute, because I'm gonna end up making the little crevices for it to make it a sope. So here's another sope to let it cook. So see, when the soap is cooled down, because you gotta let it cool. I could do it because I have years of practice, but it's hot. You could burn your fingers. So you grab your 2 fingers and you squeeze out. And then you grab your 2 fingers and you squeeze it out. 2 fingers and you squeeze out. 2 fingers and you squeeze out. 2 fingers. See, it's hot. But see, and this is how you make the little edges to make your sope. And this soap is ready. So now we're just gonna dunk it in the oil and deep fry it a little bit, just a little bit, to give it a little crispiness. And then we add beans and meat, and then lettuce, and then cheese and salsa, and they're gonna be delicious. I can't wait to eat them. I actually been craving sopes for a while, but I haven't made them. So this one's done. See, it's getting already brown from the inside, from the bottom I mean. So now this one, the same thing. You let it sit a little bit and you start pushing it. See, I'm just showing you right now. They're hot, but I have the years experience, so I could do this. But for you, you will have to let it sit for a couple of minutes so it could cool down. See, you can still see the heat coming out of it. And see, now you have your little sope ready to go. Here we have our sopes. We finished making them. We're just making 6. So they're ready. So now we're gonna cook them. So now we put about 4 teaspoons of oil in the pot, and now we're gonna cook our sope. So we're just gonna dunk it in and fry it a little bit. And I always put it upside down so it could fry from the inside. So see, our oil, I put my oil to get hot for about 2 minutes before I dunk my sope in there. So we're just gonna let it, just to get it a little crispy. And then we could flip it over on the other side and let it cook. Look how nice and pretty it looks. It's frying. So now I'm gonna prepare my sope. My beans are just finally done cooking. So now I'm gonna serve myself some beans. And this is how I prepare my sope. So I'm gonna I already cooked my sope. I already deep fried it just a little bit with some oil. And now I'm gonna add beans. Now I'm gonna add some beans to my sope. So the first thing that we put on it is beans. And the second thing that is gonna go on there, on my sope, is gonna be meat. So I have ground beef that I did with a little bit of potatoes and carrots. So that's what I'm gonna put on my sope. So now we're gonna prepare, now that it's done, my sope, I'm gonna prepare it the way that I like it. So I'm gonna add some cheese on it. So just a little bit of cheese here. Now I'm gonna add some lettuce to it. So we're gonna put lettuce on it. And then a little bit of cheese on the top. And then After I add my cheese, I like to add green salsa to it. So I just put it all around. Hi, and now we're done making our sopes. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna test our food. So we're gonna eat some of it. So here's my sope. I just made it. See how nice and crispy it is from around. It has beans. It has ground beef with vegetables on it and lettuce, cheese, and salsa. So now I'm gonna try it out. Mmm. Mmm. I'm getting all over my face. See how delicious it looks? It's nice and crispy. Tastes amazing. I'm gonna give it another try. See? Mmm. Delicious. Mmm. Mmm. Hope you like my recipe.